Hello, you're welcome to my channel. It's so nice to have you here. Welcome. Today we'll be talking on self-help practices. Self-help practices to healing from psychological trauma. Now, I have a video on identifying past psychological trauma. It's a whole lot. I will link the link to it down in the description below. Kindly go watch the video, share, like, and also watch, share my YouTube handle, and please subscribe to my handle. Thank you so much. So today we'll be talking of self-help practices. What are those things you can do at home? What are those things you can start on your own? I already laid emphasis in the first video that you need to seek professional help. You need to seek professional help. It doesn't matter how long it has been, even if you're not sure, you just need to seek help. It helps you, it gives you clarity. You know, okay, this is where I am, this is where I'm going to, this is why I act this way. So please, but we'll not dive into that. It is in the video. Please go and watch it. The link is in the description down below. So today we'll talk on self-help practices. What are the self-help practices to healing? What are those things you can start on your own, right? Yes, the first on our list is what? Knowledge. Acknowledge your feeling. Validate your feelings. If you've experienced any form of trauma, you're feeling hurt, you're feeling betrayed, you've lost hope, it's true. Those are your feelings. So please acknowledge it. Don't shy away from them. Don't say, this can't be me. Don't say, wow, why will I be the one experiencing this? Just acknowledge it. You are just a victim. I always tell people you are just the victim, right? Yes. So please acknowledge your feeling. Don't shy from it. When you continue to live in doubt, you're just prolonging your healing journey. Let me use that word. So please acknowledge your feeling. That is the first thing. When you acknowledge your feelings, you say to yourself, okay, this is why I feel this way. This is why I act this way. It becomes easy for you to heal. It becomes easy for you to identify, for you to say, this is what I have, right? This is what I don't have, or this is how I am behaving right now. And when you acknowledge your feelings, it becomes easy, or your emotions now, it becomes easy for you to know what are your triggers, for you to know, okay, this and this and this and this, are not what I like. So please, the first step is acknowledging your feelings, acknowledging your emotions. That is the first step. The second thing is educate yourself. Get knowledge. If you've experienced any form, maybe an abusive parent, an abusive home, just get knowledge, seek knowledge, just get things. What are the typical way you that it is in quotes now, right? It's decided for you to react. When you understand it, you will see you are not far from what you're experiencing at the moment. Now, the main thing, what are the self-help practices? The first self-help practices I did mention is what? Meditation. Yeah, meditation. Meditation is an important aspect of your healing. What is meditation? Meditation is the ability to calm yourself. Meditation is the ability for you to bring yourself in, still your spirit man, even in the busy world. So that's just what it literally means. And trust me, this is easier said than done. For you to be able to practice meditation, you need consistency. So I've just explained what meditation is. Meditation simply means your ability to still yourself, your ability to still your thought processes, your mind, while you coordinate what you think. That's just meditation. Now, meditation is a very important self-help practice because it helps you to reorganize your thoughts. It helps you to bring yourself back together. It helps you to still yourself. So you're in that point where you're just calm. You are inside, and in that moment, it helps you relieve stress, physical stress, psychological stress, and it gives you a warm feeling. So that's what meditation is. Now, somebody can ask, how do we do meditation, right? That's where we're diving into. There are actually about 4 steps to meditation. 4 steps to meditation. So I'm just going to break it down to explain what are those 4 steps to meditation. The first step you need to understand in meditation is setting out time. you need to set out time to be able to meditate. It is always advisable to start with at least 10 or 15 or 20 minutes. So at least 10 or 20 minutes, 10 or 20 minutes, you can start with that. With time, you can prolong your meditation. But if you're just starting or learning how to meditate, please start with just 10 or 20 minutes as the case may be. That's the first thing you need to do. Then the next thing you want to understand under the set your time is make out time. Choose a convenient time. Is it in the morning? Is it in the afternoon? Is it at night? What time is convenient for you? What day is convenient for you? So choose a convenient time, a convenient day, and a convenient environment. A convenient environment. You need an environment that is quiet. You can't meditate where probably your friends are around or people. So you just need to have a conducive environment, an environment that is accommodating, right? Yes. So once you've gotten that, once that's under for you to set out time, once you've gotten your time, your day, your environment, the next thing you need to understand is what to begin your meditation process. Now, the first thing you need to understand in beginning your meditation process is for you to be mindful. For you to be mindful, you need to bring in mindfulness into your meditation. Now, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is your ability to focus on the present, that is on the now. You're focusing on now. You're not thinking about so many things, right? You're just focusing on now, the moment. How do you bring in mindfulness into your meditation? We are assuming that I've set my environment, I've set my things, everything is ready. So I now want to bring in mindfulness into meditation, which is where your meditation actually starts. If you want to bring in mindfulness into your meditation, what do? Now, some persons can begin their mindfulness into meditation by closing their eyes. Some persons can just have a music turned on. It depends on what works for you. But the first thing you need to do, if you're just starting to learn how to meditate, you can start with closing your eyes. Closing your eyes, avoiding every form of distraction. Then once your eyes is closed, what do? You breathe in. You take in air, and the goal is for you to be able to hear. You want to hear your breath sound. You want to be able to hear it. You want to be able to hear it. So that's what you do. You take in air, and you're trying to breathe out. As you're trying to breathe out, you want to be able to hear with your ear. That's as you're breathing out now, you want to be able to hear it out. You can do that for about 5 minutes. You can do that for about 5 to 10 times now, not minutes. 5 to 10 times. So you breathe in, you breathe out, you breathe in. You focus on trying to hear your breath sound. Should be your focus. You breathe in. As you're breathing out, you want to be able to hear the air that you're breathing out. You do it about 5-10 times, as the case may be. Once your attention is focused on that, you see yourself calming yourself down. Now, I need to warn you, meditation is not easy. It's not easy. You would have 1,001 thoughts going through your mind. It is that moment you remember that you have a deal, you need to take care of your children, or you need to do that assignment, you need to do that task, you need to eat. You can have a lot of things on your mind, but you need to learn. As you progress, as you learn in meditation, it becomes easy for you. It becomes easy for you to still other thoughts, for you to calm other thoughts, right? I could remember when I started learning how to meditate initially. That was about 3 years ago or thereabout. I used to be this person that have a lot of thoughts. So you could be talking to me, I'm listening to you, but trust me, I'm just having something else in my mind. So trust me, I'm just having something else in my mind. Until I realized that, Clara, your mind is quite busy. You need to start stilling yourself. Or I realized that meditation is an important aspect of life. It often helped me when studying the scripture. Of course, you can't study the scriptures effectively without meditating. So this principle can also be applied to when you're studying the scripture. I will still get them. Now, when you've closed your eyes, you've taken in you've taken in air, and you breathe it out, right, about 5 to 10 times. Your goal is for you to be able to hear as you're breathing out. The next thing you need to do is focus on a particular thing. Your eyes are quite closed. Your eyes may be open, but for you to avoid distraction, please close your eyes. So you close your eyes. Now you can focus on a thing. Now this thing, you're already supposed to have it at the back of your mind. It's either you want to focus on your favorite Bible passage, or you want to focus on something, just something that is natural, something that speaks nature. Yeah, so you can focus on your favorite Bible passage, or you can focus on a drawing. Maybe you have a drawing in the house, something that is natural, or you want to focus on a particular music, something that is in the background. So as you're there, you're just trying to see and feel how those things are, what happened in those places. If it's a picture now, or maybe a tree, you're just trying to understand how this tree went. And at that moment, you see yourself gradually just being calm within your spirit. Now, disclaimer, as you're in this point, you can easily drift out. Your thought can easily tell you, oh, forget that tree, let's go to do something else. It is totally normal with meditation. But as you continue, it becomes easy. As you continue, it becomes easy. As you continue, it becomes easy. So that's just it. The point where you are trying to focus on a particular thing, favorite Bible passage, favorite quote, favorite picture, favorite drawing, or maybe the student song in the background. That point, to you now getting to that point where you are not really thinking of any other thing, it's a long process. Trust me. So don't be sad or don't be discouraged when you start and you have a lot of things going through your mind. It is so much expected, right? So yeah, that is where you've gotten to the point of meditation, and it's totally fine. And when you've gotten to that phase, you can stay in that point. It depends on how fast you're learning, or depends on the time you give. You can stay in that phase until maybe 10, 15 minutes, 20, 30, as the case may be. And at interval, you're trying to still breathe in air and breathe out, trying to hear the sound of your breath as you're breathing out, because it helps you to be organized. It helps you to tell yourself, okay, I am still here, right? So that's just meditation for you. Now, when you've gotten through that phase, the main thing is your ability to focus. You could even focus on maybe a particular painting or something, and you have it down, so you're just trying to feel its texture, feel how it is. That's just the general meditation. But anything that is comfortable to you can serve. Now, how do you leave your meditation zone? You don't just want to leave your meditation zone and you open your eye and you're like no. You want to leave your meditation zone, or you are almost done and you gradually want to leave, just as the way you entered gradually. It is very important too that you leave gradually. It is very important that you leave gradually. The first thing again you need to know is, as you're leaving your meditation zone, is for you to also take out air, then gradually maintain a pause and gradually open your eyes. It could take you between a period of 1 to 3 minutes. So you've taken in air, you've taken out air, and then you gradually open your eyes. When you open your eyes, don't just stand up immediately. Open your eyes, remain in a particular place. Remain in that particular place for maybe a minute or two. Then you can go. And one thing again I forgot to mention is, please make sure that you are in a comfortable position. Your position matters. You don't want to stay in a position where you are standing. At the moment you're bending your neck. You just need to find a comfortable position. If sitting is okay, if lying is okay, but make sure you don't sleep. Even if you sleep, well, it's meditation, right? So yes. So make sure your position is very comfortable. That is meditation. Trust me, if you can meditate, even if it's once in 2 weeks or once a week, it is very important. It just helps you bring down your spirit. It helps you put your spirit together. It helps you put your thoughts together. It relieves stress. When you are done, you can just take in this deep breath and you're like, such a relief. Trust me, it works. You just need to practice it over and over and over. The second self-help practices to healing is self-assessment. Self-assessment is an important tool. You need to be able to assess yourself. You need to be able to assess various aspects of your life. You could assess your emotions, the way you reacted. You could assess your finances. You could assess your work, your job, your health, your relationship with God, your relationship with other people. So assessment is an important aspect of every person's life. You need to make out time once a month, once in 2 months, once a week, depends on what works for you, to practice assessment. Now, in coming to healing from psychological trauma, assessment is very important. What do you do in assessment, in self-assessment? You're trying to assess your emotions, maybe, and it's always good. You could just do this assessment once in a week or once in 2. We're trying to assess, okay, were there times where you flared up, where maybe your emotions were not regulated, all those kind of things, right? It is only in the place of assessment you will know, because sometimes you do things and you're not even being bothered until after you've come back. You now realize, I did this. Yeah, so assessment is very important. So when you are practicing assessment, what do? You just tell yourself, you have to be honest with yourself. In assessments, you have to be very honest with yourself. You're not marking a script, so you don't want to boost your score. You're just being honest with yourself, because it helps you to know, this is where I am, this is what I did, this is where I'm going to. Very important. So one of the important thing you need to note in assessment is, be honest with yourself. Be very much honest with yourself. Yes, and have the things you want to assess. You could want to assess your emotions. You could want to assess your reactions during the week. Yeah, so you could assess your reactions. You could assess your emotions. You could write them down. Okay, how did I on Monday? What was my predominant emotion? Was I sad? Was I happy? You could assess it. And you could also assess your mood. How was my mood? Was it joyful? Was it just there? Yes. Then when you assess this, you could also assess very major areas of your life: your finances, your health, your relationship with other people, your relationship with God. It helps you. Can give yourself a grade from a grade of 1 to 10. Just be honest with yourself. Did I do very well? 5, average. So yes, when you consistently assess yourself, you begin to see maybe patterns, repeated patterns, or you begin to see things that just they repeat themselves, or you get ideas on where to go ahead, right? How you would go ahead and where to go ahead. So that is that on assessment. The next on our list is journaling. You need to journal. Journaling is an important aspect of our lives. If you want to embrace your healing, you need to journal. You need to be able to just write. You mustn't go. I know some persons will be like, I don't want to go around with books. You have your phone, you have your tablet, you have your gadget on your phone. So just write. You're not feeling okay, write it down. You're feeling sad, write it down. You're feeling mixed emotion, write it down. Along the line, it becomes easy for you to check back, for you to be able to see, okay, this is this, this is that, this is this. Journaling is an important aspect. I journal a lot. Funny enough, these days I don't even journal that much anymore. But I used to journal a lot. I have a lot of books. I'm just writing. I'm just writing this and this and this. They have helped me over time. I could just, some days that I don't feel like doing anything, I open my journal and I'm looking. and this day, it just becomes, it's something that will help you. It gives you clarity on who you are. It helps you to know who you really are. That's just one thing about journaling. So you can get a small journaling material, a book, a pen. You can use your notes in your book. What do you journal? Journal your daily activity, or journal those things that stands out for you in that particular day. Probably you woke up in a day and you are at that point where you are probably sad, or you are still experiencing trauma. Maybe you just recently experienced a trauma or something. So you can just journal your thoughts. Along the line, it becomes easy for you to be able to see yourself and know this is how you do it. Yeah, so we've mentioned meditation, we've mentioned self-assessment, mentioned journaling. These are very, very important. Now, the next on our list, self-help practices, is daily expression of self-love and care. You be kind to yourself. Be very kind to yourself. I know you've experienced a trauma, you've experienced heartbreak, you're feeling hurt, you are pained. You're pained. Be kind to yourself. Be very kind to yourself. I used to tell myself the best person that loved me, or the greatest love I can get, is the love of God. There is nothing to equate the love of God. There is nothing to equate the love of God. Directly after the love of God is the love I have for myself. I love myself. I know my parents, of course, love me very, but I so much love myself, and it comes from the understanding that God loves me. It comes from the understanding that I am complete in Him. I am whole in Him. I am not anything less than what God has called me to be. So daily expression of self-love and care is very important, especially if you're dealing with self-esteem issues, if you're dealing with identity issues. Probably something has happened, you are not sure anymore, your emotions, you are hurt, your esteem is down, you're not sure. Please and please look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself. There is a lot of things that is beautiful about you. You are unique, you are beautiful, you are whole, you are handsome. The way you do your thing is peculiar to you. So don't let anybody tell you you are not good enough. Don't let anybody tell you you are not okay enough. So daily, I practice this a lot. Just look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself in that place, and tell yourself you are good. You're okay. I love the way you smile. I love the way you look. I love the way can you see your writing? Anything is good. The way you write, the way you walk, your physique, you're beautiful, you're intelligent. Everything that God has given to you, you are perfect, you are whole. So tell yourself that, affirm it to yourself every day. Affirm it to yourself every day. Don't let any day pass by without you appreciating something unique about you, something good about you, something excellent about you. And trust me, if you think you don't have, slide into the comment. I will show you a whole lot. There's a whole beautiful things about you. You have a lot of things that is deposited in you. So look at yourself. Tell yourself every day you are good. You are more than a conqueror. You are unique. You are created in His image. You are beautiful. You are whole. It doesn't matter what people think. It doesn't matter what you even think. It doesn't matter where you are. Maybe you are still in the middle of hurt. You are still in the middle of abuse. It doesn't matter. Tell yourself you are whole. Tell yourself you are beautiful. Tell yourself you are good. You are perfect the way you are. Even while you work towards being a better person, appreciate yourself for the moment. Appreciate yourself for the now. Be glad, be excited, be joyful. Be joyful, be joyful. And yes, be kind to yourself. Be very much kind to yourself. A lot of persons they are not kind to themselves. You just feel like anything works for me. Anything doesn't work for you. You are God's image, so anything doesn't work for you. The very best is what works for you. The very best is what works for you. So please, anything doesn't work for you. The very best, the Zoe, the God's kind of life, is what works for you. And you that is your heritage. That is what you've been called. That is what I have been called. So we are not searching for anything less than that. The last on our list, or the second to the last on our list, is set healthy boundaries. This is what professional help will help you do. This is what a counseling or therapy session will help you do. You need to set boundaries, especially when you know your triggers, when you know those things that still reminds you of the trauma, that that just brings you down, brings down your self-esteem. So please, setting healthy boundaries is very important. One of the ways you can set healthy boundaries is knowing what are your triggers. What are those things that triggers you, or what are those memories that brings it back? What are those things that brings it back? They help you a lot. They help you to know, okay, this and this particular place, this time, this particular day, or okay, my personal relationship ends with this, or they help you to say, okay, this and this. It just helps you to set healthy boundaries. Mark the word healthy boundaries. You need boundaries. Everybody shouldn't enter your space. Everything shouldn't enter your space. There should just be things that you can say no to, and you're okay with saying no to them. You're perfectly fine with it. Yeah, so setting healthy boundaries is very important. And the last on our list is celebrate your progress. Celebrate your progress. Be glad to the fact that you are accepting your healing. Yeah, be glad to the fact that you are embracing your journey. So celebrate your progress, right? Yeah, it is one day at a time, one day at a time. So celebrate your progress, celebrate your healing, celebrate your journey. And trust me, there is no two persons that are going on the same lane. So as you're going through your journey, be proud of where you are, even as you desire to get to a better position or a better place. Be proud of where you are at the moment. Be proud of who you are at the moment, even while you seek for the very best of what God has called you, God has given to you. Yet, be proud of where you are. So these are the few self-help practices you can start doing on your own. They help you to your journey to healing, to your journey to wholeness. Don't forget, you are complete, you are whole in Him. And on this channel, what we do is we bring ourselves to the Father's feet, to the Father's hand, where He remold us back to His image, where He remold us back to be complete, to be whole, and to be kept in Him. So please, 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 and please, and please, it is never too late. It is never too early to start your healing journey. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye. See you in my next video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube handle. Thank you. Bye.